Welcome student to the second part of the video of the chapter 2, that is constitutional design. In the last video I have told you about the constitution and the struggle South Africa did for framing its constitution. Now in this video I will tell you about the need of the constitution. So let us start with our topic. Dear students, in the previous video I have told you about the South Africa and the policy of apartheid followed in South Africa and how the South Africa got its new constitution. So you can say that it was a very good example to understand that why do we need a constitution. So as you know that the constitution of any country is a set of written rules that are accepted by all the peoples that are living in that country, and it is a supreme law that also determines the relationship among the people and the government. So it helps to generate the degree of trust and coordination that is very necessary for different kind of people living together. And the constitution also specifies that how the government will be constituted and who will have the power to make the major decisions in the country. And it also lays down the limits on the powers of the government, means what powers the government can use. And it also simultaneously tells about the rights of the citizens in any country. And it expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. So you can say here that a constitution is necessary to know that how the government will run any country and what powers does the people of that country are having. Now, next important topic is that how the Indian constitution was made. So dear students, like South Africa, India's constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances, and the making of constitution for such a huge and diverse country was not an easy task, because at that time the people of India, they were emerging from the status of subjects to the status of citizens, and India was facing many problems. Like, first, India was having a diverse group of people, and second problem was the partition on the basis of religious differences, and third problem was the problem of integration of princely states, because the Britishers had left it this choice to the rulers of the princely states to decide that whether they want to merge with India or with Pakistan or to remain independent. So, the merger of these princely states was a very difficult task for India, but the Indian leaders made it possible with their efforts. And in 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders, they drafted a constitution for India. And in 1931, the resolution at the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress dealt on how independent India's constitution should look like. Means before drafting the final constitution, many times the leaders of India have tried to frame the constitution for India. So both these documents, they were committed towards the inclusion of universal adult franchise, right to freedom and equality, and to protect the rights of minorities in the Constitution of Independent India. So you can say here that the values were accepted by these leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to form the Constitution of India. Now, as most of the Congress leaders, they were working with the colonial rule, so they gained most of the knowledge about the political institutions, which helped them to develop an agreement over that how the institutional design should look in India. So the experience gained by Indians in working with the legislative institution proved to be very useful for the country in setting up our constitution. And the Indian constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from the colonial laws, like the Government of India Act 1935 So, taking the advantage of the past experience, now India was at the path of drafting its own constitution. Now, there were some factors which also contributed for making the Indian constitution, like the ideals of French Revolution, the practice of parliamentary democracy from Britain, the Bill of Rights from US, and the socialist revolution in Russia, which inspired many Indians to think of shaping a system which should be based on social and economic equality. Now, dear students, these ideas were not taken randomly by the Indian leaders. Indian leaders have discussed a lot about them in the Constituent Assembly before drafting the Constitution of India. So, here we finish the second part of the video. Now, in the next video, I will tell you about the Constituent Assembly and the guiding values of the Indian Constitution. Thank you.